A review from Michael Hickerson from the DWRG for Time Flight, published on the 3rd of the 5th, 99. Time Flight has always held a special place in my heart. It was, after all, the first Who story I watched all those years ago. But sentimentality aside, you've got to admit Time Flight is a prime example of really bad Doctor Who. Easily the weakest of the Davison-era stories, Time Flight suffers on a lot of levels, from the sheer unbelievability of the plot, to a greater than average reliance on technobabble, to some flat performances, but not only the guest cast, but the regular cast as well. Starting off with the plot, I've seen this one at least 7 or 8 times over the years, and I'll be darned if I can yet figure out just what the plot is. Apparently the Master manoeuvres Concorde back in time to kidnap a slave labour force so he can steal a new power source for his TARDIS is the best I can figure out. Why he needs 4 episodes in a disguise to do this is a question that remains largely unanswered. Add to it that we're never given any concrete reason for him to need the new power source. Funny, I thought a TARDIS power source was pretty much self-sustaining, and it adds up to a plot that needed some serious script editing. Another beef of the story is the dumbing down of the Master. His plot is fairly superficial: get the Seraphim to his TARDIS. If he gets to destroy the Doctor in the bargain, all the better, but it's not integral to the plot, which is a harsh change from the menacing Master we've come to know and love in the Pertwee era. Gone are the long-ranging plot, not only humiliate the Doctor but also destroy the universe. Instead we've got a carbon copy of Snidely Whiplash, running around twisting his hands with glee and cackling maniacally. Also, one questions his logic of keeping the human passengers to make more plasmatons while disregarding the pile of potential raw material in the bodies of the Seraphins. It looks like he's just not thinking things through very well. The script also falls short because it paints itself into such a corner by the time episode 4 rolls around. The final episode requires such a suspension of disbelief that it fold under its own weight, descending into lunacy and plot contrivances. This is easily Davison's weakest performance as Doctor. There are times he seems to be phoning the performance in, as does the usually reliable supporting cast of Janet Fielding and Sarah Sutton. You almost get the feeling they are exhausted from Earthshock and looking toward the summer break more than their performances here. Add it all up, and you get one of the weaker Davison stories and an overall disappointing Who story.